on a plastic wrap textured watercolor paper. So I wanted to do another variation of stamping the cookie cutter hearts onto it, but doing a gradual decrease inside toward the middle. So I started with my largest one. I'm being very careful to stamp straight down on the paper so I don't get any smudges. And now I'm going to loosely center my medium-sized heart inside the big heart and stamp down, pressing and wiggling so that I get a nice bold line. And then I'm going to do the same thing with my smallest heart cookie cutter in the center of the medium heart. Wiping on my fingers as needed as the paint starts to get everywhere. And wiggle and stamping, and then I'm going to set that off to the side to dry. And then once it's dry, I decided to come back to the art table and go back into it with watercolor. I wanted to keep it very simple, so I just picked different colors for each of the radial heart sections and painted those in light enough so that a little bit of the plastic wrap texture shows through, but bold enough so that it still causes the full triple heart to pop off the lighter, more pastel values of the background. Now, normally with watercolor, you would have to wait for sections next to each other to dry to avoid the two wet sections bleeding into each other. But I found that the stamped acrylic line created enough of a space where I could carefully paint sections next to each other and not have that bleed through happen. You do have to be a little bit careful and when you get to the edges when you do this, but that line is bold enough to give me enough barrier to allow me to not have to pause. But if you find that you're doing this or something similar and you have thinner lines or you're just nervous about the watercolor sections bleeding together, you could easily do the outer edge of the heart, come to the center heart, and then work your way back to the middle after the center dried, or any order you want to. But this was really great because I was able to add a really fun pop of bold, fun color to this, mirroring the colors that I have in the pastel background. So it creates a very unified picture, but I was also able to do it very quickly. So this was a really fun, short, fast addition to a textured watercolor paper that I really love. This would be a beautiful Valentine or a lovely decoration. So I hope you will take some time to try out this technique, explore it for yourself, and see how it turns out. And if you do, let me know how it goes. Be sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe so you can follow me on more adventures, and I'll see you next time.